consecutive year, Nebraska Public Television is proud to present the Nebraska High School State Wrestling Championships. This NETV sports exclusive is presented in part by viewers like you, who are contributing members of Nebraskans for Public Television. Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Rhodes. They come from all corners of the state. They come from villages, farms, and cities, and they come here with pride to represent their schools in the 1996 Nebraska High School Wrestling Championship. We're at capacity again here at the Bob Devaney Sports Center. A lot of excitement, even though the team championships are pretty much over. Joining me again today is R.J. Neby, four-time All-American at UNO and former national champion. And R.J., there could be some history in the team championships today.
That's right. Like you said, a lot of the team titles have already been wrapped up. In Class A, Millard North came from behind today to overtake Gering to claim their title. In Class C, Takema Herman's back up on top again to win their title. In D, it's Rushville. But the history comes in Class B. Omaha Gross is looking to claim its fourth straight state championship.
And as always at a state wrestling tournament, there's always a couple of wrestlers who really stand out. And this year we have a couple of young men with a chance to become three-time state champions.
That's right. In Class D, we're going to be watching Brad Bering from House. He's got the opportunity to become a three-time state champion. He's already pre-signed as a Husker for next year, so a lot of people are anxious to watch him. In Class C, Andy Christensen. He's also got a brother down here that wrestles for Nebraska. I'm sure he probably wants to follow in his footsteps, but the first thing he needs to do is win his third straight title here tonight.
You know, another thing, a big accomplishment would be to go undefeated throughout a whole season because there's so much competition. We do have some young men that could go undefeated today.
Today, 27 wrestlers came in, Thursday, 27 wrestlers came into this tournament undefeated. Only 21 of them made it to today. 2 of them are going to match up, so somebody's going to go home a loser, but a lot of kids are going to go home winners tonight.
Well, we are about ready for one of the most exciting events in high school sports here in the state of Nebraska, the Parade of Champions. And boy, I tell you, if you've never seen it before, get ready for it because this place will explode. It seems like it builds up and builds up and builds up, and it is an exciting event. Well, we are all set. Let's go to PA announcer John Shaw, now in his 29th year as the voice of the Nebraska State Wrestling Tournament, for introductions and the 1996 Parade of Champions.
We welcome you to the championship finals of the 1996 State Wrestling Tournament. The Nebraska School Activities Association is happy to introduce to you the wrestlers who will be competing in this afternoon's championship matches. They are the 104 wrestlers left from the field of 896 who started the tournament on Thursday. Gentlemen, the music salutes you during this Parade of Champions. Please stand for the national anthem sung by Tila Santos, a senior at Aurora High School.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ring clear, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, what a job by Tila Santos. We may hear her sing again in the future, maybe professionally. She was fantastic. She's a senior at Aurora High School. Tila's the daughter of Mike and Kathy Madero, also of Aurora. And also leading the parade of champions were Nebraska's only 4-time state champions. Donnie Nordhughes, state champion from 92 to 95 from Greeley, Nebraska. His cousin Kenny Nordhughes from 92 to 95, also from Greeley. Fred Brown, champion from 47 to 50 from Omaha Tech. And Herb Reese from 44 to 47 from Omaha Central. Let's take a look at the team rankings now going into the finals. As we told you in the opening, that Millard North has wrapped up the Class A state team rankings, or championship, leading the way with 147. Gearing follows in second, with Bellevue East, Columbus, and Omaha North rounding out the top 5. Again, Millard North the champion in Class A. In Class B, not quite decided yet. Omaha Gross appears to be on their way for an unprecedented 4th straight team championship. Gross would only need to win one of their 3 matches in the finals. Seward in second place and Albion third, followed by Aurora and Auburn. In Class C, Takema Herman will be the champion, as Takema Herman has wrapped up the title with 96.5 points. They're followed by Tri-County, Neely, Oakdale, Bridgeport, and Valley. That's the top 5 and C, with Takema Herman already locking up the state title. In Class D, it's Rushville locking up the state championship. Arapahoe has locked up second place, followed by Mullen, Creighton, Winside. So those are the top 5 in Class D in the team championships. Well, let's get right with it, and let's go to 103-pound state championships. First of all, in Class A, Jared Weidner, at 31-5, sophomore from Hastings, will square up against Casey Hayes, 31-6, a junior from Columbus. In Class B, it'll be Joe Annin, a 22-2 junior from Ashland-Greenwood, facing Dylan Fish, 28-2, a sophomore from Beatrice. In Class C, Bob Smalley, 20-7, a sophomore from Stromsberg-Osceola, faces Andy Osborn, 25-3, a sophomore from David City Aquinas. In Class D, Adam Kastle, 30-1, a sophomore from East Butler, will meet Carl Seger, a 25-2 junior from Wymore Southern. So there's the title matchups here as we get it underway in the 1996 State Wrestling Championships. Very interesting in Class D. Adam Kastle and Carl Seger have each met twice this year and have split. Castle's only lost to Seger, and Seger losing once to Kastle.
That's right. Seger won the last one, which was just last week at the district tournament.
Again, we have the quad screen so you can see all 4 matches, pick out the match you're looking for, and see the wrestler you want to follow. And we do have points scored down in Class C. As getting the edge there is Bob Smalley from Stromsberg-Osceola, going up 2-0 as he got the takedown.
We've got a takedown over in Class B. John Annin from Ashland-Greenwood.
Annin again coming in at 22-2. He placed 6th at 100 pounds in Class C last year. Dylan Fish from Beatrice has not placed in the tournament. He's a sophomore.
Those two also wrestled last week in the districts. Annin was actually ahead 6-2 when Fish caught him on his back, just like he did right here.
And Fish just about had him pinned. What a throw by Fish. And now
he got a 2-point reversal and a 2-point near fall that gives him a 4-2 lead. He's going to get more near fall and possibly a fall here. That is the one thing. There it is.
Wow, what a job by Dylan Fish, a state champion sophomore from Beatrice. And excitement for the Orangemen. What a job by Fish getting a pin over Joe Annin of Ashland-Greenwood. So Class B has already been decided.
That was a repeat of last week. Annin came out and got the early lead, but Fish just knows how to catch kids on his back. I've watched him do that all year.
Let's take a look now in Class A as getting the jump there is Casey Hayes out of Columbus, as he now leads it 2-0 over Jared Weidner of Hastings. In Class C, we have a 3-2 match with Andy Osborn of David City Aquinas leading Bob Smalley of Stromsberg-Osceola. So 1-point match there, and it's 2-0 in Class D with Adam Kastle leading over Carl Seger.
We've got a near fall situation over on Class A. Casey Hayes, he's going to pick up 3 points near fall over Jared Weidner. That'll give him a 5-0 lead as they head into the second period. Time ran out, unable to get the fall. I think Casey Hayes, you got to give the advantage to him for experience. He's the junior.
And of course, he placed second last year at state at Class A at 100 pounds.
That's right. Weidner, just a sophomore. I believe this is his first time down here from Hastings. Although he's got an impressive record, 31 wins and just 5 losses.
Again, I'm Steve Roth, RJ Nevy alongside with me for the state championship finals. And RJ, one thing we have to readjust a little bit. Last year we had a change of weight classes. We're back to the same weight classes as 2 years ago, but we added one, so 14 weight classes this year.
That's right. What they've tried to do is add a few more weights into the middle section where you get a majority of your kids in the high school age is right there in the range from 125 to, say, 160.
In Class A, a little bit of excitement there as, again, they're trying to get into a pinning situation. And
I'm not actually sure who's got control in that situation.
And now we'll take a look in Class C as things begin to heat up and able to pick up a couple of more points is Andy Osborn from David City Aquinas. And
Class D, it looks like Adam Castle's in position to gain some near fall over Carl Seger as well.
Well, a lot of scoring happening in a hurry, and again, it's in Class C, Andy Osborn on top 6-4. In Class D right now, the score is 2-0. Adam Kastle
He's
leading.
getting the near fall, though. He's going to get at least 2. Looks like he's got the full 3.
And over in Class A, it is now a 5-3 score, and leading the way there is Casey Hayes from Columbus. So some very tight matches. Now Hayes has scored some more in Class A, and Hayes leads it now by a score of 7-3. So Casey Hayes leading at 7-3 over Jared Weidner of Hastings. In Class C, it's Andy Osborn with a 2-point lead, 6-4 over Bob Smalley. And again, Adam Kastle still with the control in Class D and leading it. It will be 5-0.
He's trying to join a little family tradition there. His brother Tad was a state champ, and his uncle Ted was a state champ. So,
and 2 of his cousins were down here this year from Lincoln Pius. Paul was one of them.
That is definitely a wrestling family. 14 seconds. We've got locking hands call against Adam Kastle there. That'll be 1 point in favor of Seger.
And we had some more near fall points over in Class A.
That ties that match up.
Yep.
Going into the third period, it's tied up 7-7. Jared Weidner has really come back in a hurry. He trailed that match, I believe it was 5-0 at the end of the first. Now it's 7-7. That's the one thing about these small guys. You blink and you miss it.
Well, we're still at 6-4 in Class C as Andy Osborn continues to lead over Bob Smalley of Stromsberg-Osceola. Andy Osborn, David City Aquinas with the black and gold singlet. Smalley with the silver and red. And it looks like Adam Kastle wants to take the top, or they want to go but neutral position.
He's going to take the neutral position.
As he leads at 5-1, Adam Kastle from East Butler, located near Brainerd. He's 30-1. His only loss to Carl Seger, the young gentleman he's wrestling right now. Seger had a tough time getting here. He won 4-1 and then won 2 overtime matches. So it was a tough road just to get to the finals. Meanwhile, Kastle
that might have taken his toll on him as well. I mean, the way it's looking right now, Castle's got momentum going. He's looking real good. Minute and a half to go in the match. He's got a 4-1 lead. There's a stalemate position. They're going to go back up on their feet.
In Class A, it's now 9-7
in favor of Casey Hayes of Columbus.
So that is continues to be tight, and it's still 6-4 in Class C, with Andy Osborn leading Bob Smalley. Again, in Class B, it was Dylan Fish getting a first period pin. Fish of Beatrice pinning Joe Annin of Ashland-Greenwood. So Dylan Fish got his work done in a hurry. And Fish finishes the season at 29-2, and he's a sophomore.
That's just his style. He is a pinner, which is kind of somewhat unusual in the lighter weights. Normally the heavier weights, you see a lot more pins in these lighter weights.
Well, a lot of action in Class C. Boy, what a match between Smalley and Osborn. They have really been going at it, and now it's 7-4. As Andy Osborn leading by 3 in that match.
Adam Kastle getting another near fall. He's got a near side cradle on Carl Seger. He's going to get another 3 points if he doesn't get the fall here. He's still got about 40 seconds to work on it.
Now the Pierce Kastle will win the state title there. Over in Class A, it's 9-7, a 2-point lead right now for Casey Hayes, who has the top position in the maroon singlet. On the bottom is Jared Weidner of Hastings, a 31-5 sophomore.
He also had an overtime match on his way here, and in the quarterfinal round, he won 7-5.
There were a lot of 1 and 2 matchups rating-wise in the quarterfinals this year.
Well, in the quarters and also in the semis, the way they bracket down here at the state tournament, they don't actually seed it. It's the number 1 wrestler from one district versus the number 4 wrestler from another district. And then a 2 and a 3 matchup, and then the winner of that will meet in the quarters. So a lot of times there's a reversal. He's getting near fall points. That's going to win the match for Jared Weidner. What a fantastic finish. He trailed 9-7, gets the reversal and a 2-point near fall with about 10 seconds to go to win the state title as a sophomore.
I tell you what, the fans really came to their feet in that corner where a lot of the Hastings fans were at. Boy, what a job by Weidner. And as a sophomore, that's going to give him a lot of confidence. And I know the young man from Columbus a little disappointed. We've got 15 seconds remaining in Class C, a 9-4 lead, as it appears that Andy Osborn is on his way to victory in Class C.
It looked like Casey Hayes was on his way to victory too, so don't count anything out. And there it is. Andy Osborn, David City Aquinas, wins his first state title. He's just a sophomore as well. Every wrestler in the 103-pound bracket here was an underclassman. We didn't have one senior. And you see that a lot in the lighter weights. The seniors usually can't keep their weight down at 103 pounds. So we're going to see all these guys back again next year. You can bet on it.
Yeah, the interesting thing in Class B was the fact Dylan Fish came in ranked 3rd. Joe Annin was ranked number 1, but he comes up with a big victory in that match. Adam Kastle was ranked number 1 in his class and did end up as the champion, defeating number 5 Carl Seger, and he had 2 against 5 in Class C, and the higher-ranked wrestler won there. So some pretty good matchups. The very quick pin in Class B, that's a surprise. You don't normally see a pin in the finals in the first period, but as you said, if you are a pinner, you tend to really go after it, and he was trying to set up the pin right from the get-go. So again, in 103, we had some pretty good. Let's give you a wrap-up now of the championships at 103 pounds in Class A. Jared Weidner of Hastings with the come-from-behind 11-9 victory over Casey Hayes of Columbus. So Weidner, the state champion. In Class B, it was Dylan Fish of Beatrice with a pin in the first period over Joe Annin of Ashland-Greenwood. In Class C, Andy Osborn of David City Aquinas wins it 9-4 over Bob Smalley of Stromsberg-Osceola. And in Class D, Adam Kastle of East Butler, a 10-1 victor over Carl Seger of Wymore Southern. Now let's take a look at